All right. One other thing too, man, is everything is I'm brainstorming. I'm brainstorming. That's all I have to do. That's all I'm allowed. As I'm allowed to brainstorm, I'm brainstorming. Okay. Um, in 2000, sorry, in 1995, my mom came to get us and stuff, right? Cause we had to go through. I was a kid, and I mean, my mom came and we had to go to the embassy and stuff to get the green cards and all and so on. And I mean, cause I mean, I'm not the only one. There's many Trinidadians come with green cards. Okay, when I came to the U.S., I had a green card. Okay, there's a lot of people who come illegally and stuff. I don't know about that stuff. I know about them being in America, not having a green card, but I just don't know how they got to the States and stuff. Okay, they got a visa. Um, all right, let me see if I stay on point real quick, man. So and I was summertime. I was getting ready to graduate high school in Trinidad, right? And I mean, so she came, and while she was here, on her way here to Trinidad, on her way to Trinidad, she didn't arrive yet. I was excited. Everybody was excited and stuff. My mom, I didn't see my mom in a long time and so on. Um, my my stepmom mother give my stepmother. I gotta give names, okay? My stepmother name is Dale. Her mother name is Claire. Okay, I looked at her as a grandmother and stuff too, right? She was kind of, she kind of remind me a little bit of the law enforcement community. Like, I try my hardest to please her, man. And I mean, like I remember one time, you know what I mean, like she sit down sipping a coffee and bad talking me. Like she bad talk everybody. I think she had a mental illness, man. You know what I mean? Um, and but you're so young, you don't know, you don't recognize the signs of mental illness you day, you know what I mean. And I remember like I try my hardest, bro, to please this woman. Like I don't have to be there, but my dad keeps sending me there, man. Like, yo, dad, they don't like me, send me to my grandmother's house, you know what I mean. But that my dad keeps sending me there and stuff, man. So I decided to, like, you know what, I know how to please people, you know what I mean. I did my hardest and I cleaned the yard and stuff, man. Like, cause this is one thing I could do. I could real clean. You know what I mean? To this day, I have that fundamental of keeping a house immaculate. Even cars, I could keep immaculate. Even myself, my shape line, I'm real sharp and stuff. You know what I mean? Alright, that's one thing I thank God I got that blessing of. You know what I mean? But anyways, man. So I cleaned the yard real nice and stuff, man. Everybody think about it. She made a remark like, oh, it's still gotta leave there. We still gotta leave there. You know what I'm saying? Yo, like, yo, it's your yard. I don't live here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just staying here. It's the weekend. Like, after school and stuff, like, when the weekends come, kids wanna relax. You know what I mean? Like, I come here, like, I work at my house in La Hakata. Now I gotta come here and clean your yard and you being ungrateful. So I looked at it like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, Sparkle and them could talk about it and so on, man. Sparkle and them, that's one reason why they don't want to go back to Trinidad, because they have a really bad childhood. We was talking. I talked to her some years ago. Sparkle and Crystal used to stay there. All right, so I'm trying to identify a little characteristics of Claire, right? Claire had a bright idea to tell my stepmom have a Obia woman come to the house so that um my mom don't get my dad back. I mean, that's some stuff I didn't at that age and stuff. I heard about witchcraft, but I just never believed it. Okay. Well, coming into my I'm a spiritual Baptist, right? No, I am, like, I wasn't a spiritual Baptist, and I was just Roman Catholic, all right. So I had European religious traditions. Well, my neighbor Miss Jane, Bud mom, called me and she said like, yo, Joel, that woman right there, that Obia woman, go and I want you to go to your house and just follow the woman around and see what she's doing. She telling me that shit's scary, you know what I mean? But like I had to. Miss Jean was like I could put my life on Miss Jane. You know what I mean? It was one thing because like she helped me get when I finished school, my first employment was because of Miss Jane. Miss Jane just called me one time like, Joel, like, do you want to work with Marlon and Reggie and stuff, man? They work at the airport and stuff and blah blah blah. I was like, yes, and I mean like I wanted a trade. I wanted cause that was and another thing too. That's my first job, man. My first job I brought home. They paid me by accident, right? But I got like about $5,000. You know what I'm saying? And out of all that money, my stepmom and her sister stole it. May she rest in peace, man. Damn, everybody who did me wrong died, yo. You know what I mean? Cause Claire died, and Donna died before the time. You know what I mean? This stole my, well, Dale said like she didn't steal any money and stuff. It's Donna who stole my money, but this stole my whole paycheck. You know what I mean? Anyways, man. So Miss Jane told me go in the house and follow this Obi woman around. Right? I being I not even knowing what's going on. Right? I cause me and my brother and stuff. We would taunt each other and stuff. Right? Like I had a microscope that he one time he's like, if you mess with me, Joel, I'll break it. You know what I mean, boy? I said something to him, man, and he dropped it. Man, broke and shattered my microscope, man. You know what I mean? So I hit my hard tap and stuff, man. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, like we always had um we would always do stupid stuff to each other. You know what I mean? It's looking back at it, it's not right, but like that's what kids do. Kids like mess with each other all the times and so on, man. So one time I was passing by, man, he had his little He-Man figure and stuff playing in the gallery, and I passed by and I kicked him with my toe and stuff, man. Well, the woman looked at me, man, with this evil look. You know what I mean? You know, um, it kind of scary, man. When that Obi woman looked at me, man, that was a real evil look and stuff, boy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I went back and I just tell my stepmom that like not my stepmom. I told my neighbor all I saw was hair, candle. Like I don't think it was my dad's hair. Well, it could be my dad. I just seen somebody here in the bathroom with a bunch of candles and stuff around it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't do stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that was obviously by the work of the Obi woman, some kind of witchcraft and so on, right? Okay. No, keep in mind, this is summer of before a little before summer of '95. Cause my mom came to see me graduate from high school in Trinidad. And I mean, come and so on. Boy, that year was real bad. Like everybody fighting me and stuff, man. Like I stabbed my uncle that summer and so on. You know what I mean? Like a lot of like just pure chaoticness. All right. I come and get a job and stuff, man. I got my first salary, right? Like they overpaid me. They overpaid me by my months. I had like $5,000 and stuff, man. Out of that money, it gone. I was working for free for like 5 months. You know what I mean? Marlon Bud was mad. He's like, yo, and I wasn't angry. For some reason, I wasn't angry and stuff, man. You know what I mean? Because my dad was giving me money to go to work and stuff. You know what I mean? You know, I came and I forgot all about that stuff, man. Anyways, let's proceed. So my mom came, took off, went back to America with my sister and so on, and everybody just waiting for me, waiting for me. Well, my dad booked a flight and stuff, man, and I left Christmas Day. I arrived Christmas Day in America, man. This was a Christmas gift. You know what I mean? All the woes and troubles behind me. I never went back to Trinidad other than in 2007, and that's when I came back from my deployment and stuff. And my mom said, "It's time to go. Let's go for a pilgrimage and stuff, man." Because my mom was praying hard, man. Like nobody, everybody thought I was gonna die, man. And I'm like, man, what's wrong with you guys? You know what I mean? And that's the thing about it. Like, I forget I got hit with an IED. Like, not everybody experienced bombings over there. I got hit. My convoy got hit with an IED. You know what I mean? So my mom was real praying hard, boy. You know what I mean? But anyways, so I came in December '95, going into '96 now. Um, Going into '96 around April and stuff, man. I cut in school and stuff, man. Cause I got swag and stuff. I got a whole bunch of jewels, my mouth full of jewels. Um, I got necklaces, rings, bracelets, earrings, my name, like my whole ear has my name on it and stuff on both sides. Everybody was like, "Man, that shit is nice" and stuff, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? I was real decked out and stuff, man, cause I could afford it. But one thing with wealth and stuff, man, it corrupts you and stuff, right? Cause I cut in school, I'm smoking blunts and stuff, partying every night. You know what I mean? Cause I was a, I was a junior in high school, and I was hanging with a whole bunch of freshmen in college, like all my cousins and stuff. And I'm the only one. Like these are big gangsters and stuff, and they can't even roll blunts. You know what I mean? So I was rolling the blunts for them and stuff. You know what I mean? And so anyhow, so one time I cut school sometime in April or May of '96, and God washed away all those demonic forces that was on my ass, man. Like I had a lot of demonic forces on my ass. You know what I mean? And that's the thing about it, like if you petting a dog, you know what I'm saying, and somebody come and pull a tail, that dog will snap at the first person it sees because that's remember the supernatural. You can't see, you just know that you're being attacked. Okay, so in '96 when I was being attacked and stuff, I thought it was all demonic, but this time it's God. Because if you trembling in the presence of it, it's God. Consistency. Anytime you trembling, is because you fear God, and that's the presence of God. You know what I mean? Because really and truly, I didn't tremble at the dragon. I didn't tremble at Frankenstein. I didn't tremble at Dracula. I didn't tremble at anything else. I didn't tremble when I got cursed out on the phone. I got tremble when I was taken out of my body and taken from visions to visions to visions. I call it rooms because that's what it felt like. You know what I mean? That's when I trembled. And when I came back, poof, I went running, boy. That hold me down. It's like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? I was like, you guys didn't see that? You know what I mean? So I did a little bit of inquiry and stuff, and I asked them, like, this was like, I was afraid of these two dudes for a long time. Eventually I got you my fears and stuff, and I sat down and I talked to them. I was like, what happened? And they explained to me that they thought I was joking when I was on the. They say I wasn't on the ground for too long, probably like was 5 seconds or whatever. But they thought I was playing around. No, I wasn't playing around, man. You know what I mean? That was the beginning of a spiritual awakening, and then through all the years and stuff, I would see stuff, but it wouldn't scare me. It was just like deja vu, gradually, deja vu. Okay, and like you get your skin thickened. It's just kind of like just like somebody torturing you. Okay, after a while, you could get used to torture, so they gotta switch it up. You know what I mean? That's another good example too. Okay, um, I'm not of the world of psychology, so I bet you some psychologists will testify. Yeah, you could get used to torture. You know what I mean? You know. Well, anyways, man. So now, um, 2006 is good, 2007 is good, 2008, 2009, 2010 is good, 2011 is good, 2012. Sorry, I lost my job. I'm gonna say correctly because I don't want nobody to think I got fired because I'm not no troublemaker, right? Um, I had to put in for my early disability in December of 2012. So now, once again, 2012 is good, 2013 is good, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. They come at me for car lights. No big deal. They put a chip in my arm without my consent. No big deal. You know what I mean? Everybody's saying, relax, it will go away, relax. That's what everybody keeps saying. Joel, you're not into nothing, you're a righteous man. You know what I mean? They will eventually realize you're really righteous. They don't care. Right. So now they fight me now. So they went from doing the stalking with the flags and harassing me and stuff to get me out the neighborhood and so on. So it went from that now to putting a chip in me, starting with some kind of supernatural psychological war. Well, God is the master of psychological war. You know what I'm saying? And now I've seen it now because like they talk about in God we trust, right? Attacking us with supernatural weaponry, but you can't fight back with supernatural weaponry. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would think about it, right, if I was to fight back, the only way as a human being you know how to fight back is the physical form. You know what I mean? You can't fight psychological with physical. You can't do that. You look mad. Like somebody play mind games with you and you punch them. They're like, what are you talking about? I didn't do nothing to you. You look like a fool. You know what I'm saying? So that's why God came to hit them with like an arm or a ham. You know what I mean? And it's not me, and they know now. You know what I'm saying? So if they send, they'll be dumb to send um, law enforcement to my house because you cannot fight supernatural that way. All right. So now 2018, 2019, come I crashed my car. Sorry, 2018 I lost 6 radios in 2018. They put me up in the hospital by lying to me and stuff. Put a chip implant in me against without me knowing and so on. You know what I mean? And I went in Canada and stuff. I had two of my tires popped. You know what I mean? My other uncle, I call him my uncle, but he's actually my cousin and stuff. You know what I mean? Lying to me and stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, if he acting like he didn't know and stuff, fine and dandy. But like that's lies and stuff. I hit a bump once, but I popped two rims. Okay. Um, what else, man? I crashed my car. The second one, I would take the blame on that one. You know what I'm saying? Um, because I was high. You know what I mean? I was high and stuff. I was trying to reverse back and I hit the tailgate of somebody's car and so on. You know what I mean? But remember now, I'm under through all that and stuff. I'm not gonna take any liability because if you're out here doing supernatural stuff to me, at that point, you gotta take all liability now. Everything I ever, if I bump my toe now, that's on you because my psychologically I'm messed up now. You gotta remember that, okay? All right, so now I come down to Philly and stuff, man, and boom, they go full to. Sorry, I got here in my house, and they went full to work and stuff, man. And I mean, coming into my dreams, reading my mind, predicting where I'm at, and so on. They was doing that already up there, but it got really aggressive here. You know what I mean? I'm taking a hammer and I hitting people car and stuff. You know what I mean? Well, I didn't break any, and thank God I didn't break anybody window. So I didn't do any. Nobody has any damages because of me. You know what I mean? And that's how God wanted it. You know what I mean? Because maybe if I had damaged somebody glass and stuff, they'd be like, okay, that negates God intervening. Because like if I went and I shoot anybody, that would negate God intervening. That's why you have to be righteous. That's why he pushes that ideology, that theory of being righteous. That's why when you read about Job was a righteous man. When you read about Isaac and Jacob and Joseph and all these heroic biblical figures of Mosaic, right? They're all righteous. You have to be righteous. You know what I mean? And that was me. You know? And like they were so bad. Like I would question myself, especially my wife when she said karma. I was like, karma don't hit righteous people. So I started making my videos and so on. And because like I thought like they maybe need to have the eye, but they knew I didn't have to make no videos. You know what I mean? They knew because that's one thing about the supernatural. They know righteous people when they see it. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Because I know now that like not everybody. Because look at my neighbor across the street. My spirit told me he was afraid of my spirit. I promise you. You know what I mean? But I just ignored it and stuff because it's like one of those things like if you dwell on it and so on. You know what I mean? It's like one of those selective traits we got from our ancestry. If I dwell on that, I'll be like a weirdo. So I learned to ignore it. You know what I mean? I'd rather be accepted than to be a weirdo. And that's another thing too, where God said like when you're following me, man, you gotta forget yourself. So if people looking at you as weirdo, that's you. That's the image of you. So you gotta forget about that. You know what I mean? You just gotta follow me. Yeah, man. So that's my lifestyle in one rap right there, man. So like I had like and like if you tend to study witchcraft, it's like looking for the devil. Like if you really focus on the devil, man, and you looking and you know what I mean, you'll find the devil. So that witchcraft is the same thing too. You know what I mean? If you really study on witchcraft, it affects you. You know what I mean? Because look at that, like when that woman came to my house and stuff, right, and did all that stuff, like I didn't pay attention to it. I did stab my uncle, and I'm saying out of nowhere, I mean, my uncle, like he came with a demon in him, and he want to fight me and shit. I mean, when you really focus, if I had studied that, I mean, and I wouldn't have lived my life. I would have lost out of so much of that. If I had studied this woman come into my house in and did this stuff to my mom and me and so on, right? I wouldn't be enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? And look at it, like everybody who did me wrong, everybody that did me wrong died. Look at Donna. I don't like I love my brothers and sisters. I don't call them step brothers and sisters. That's my brothers and sisters. That's their aunt, and she died early. You know what I mean? She died early, man. I didn't. She didn't even enter her 40s. Some kind of natural thing hit her and she died. And like Claire died too. Like I went back in 2007 after I came back from Iraq, and she couldn't talk. She had some she had I forget what they call it, man, a stroke. She had a stroke and she couldn't talk. She couldn't you know what I mean? And I went there and she got a stroke from cigarettes and she wanted money to buy cigarettes. And my stepmom said don't give her any money and stuff. And me being the naive person I am, man, I give her money to buy cigarettes and so on. You know what I mean? You know. So I just thankful, man. I didn't kill nobody in Iraq. You know what I mean? I didn't curse at nobody in Iraq, but I did come back and I said like I hated them so much that like if a pregnant woman if a woman was pregnant, I would have take my bayonet and take that baby out. I remember saying that. You know what I mean? Oh, and that's just a curse, but like it wasn't intended to nobody. So once again, I'm hoping in the forgiveness of God, man. Like if that's the only evil I've ever said out of my lips, I take that back, man. Because like that's the only thing I remembered ever. And I probably did a lot more. But as far as judgment is concerned, that's the only evil I have ever said. You know what I mean? I never wished death on my wife. I never wished death on her sister, her dad. Her dad just passed away yesterday and so on, man. You know what I mean? I gotta wrap this up really quickly. I never wish death on nobody. You know what I'm saying? I love bike just passed by, but it doesn't bother me. And I'm not wishing death on these guys on the bikes and stuff. You know what I mean? God said like every 3 days a ham or an arm. You know what I mean? Because you can't fight them. You can't fight them physically. You know what I mean? It's a supernatural warfare, man. But like, if I look at it like warfare, no, I'm looking like I'm fighting the government now on some supernatural warfare and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm supposed to humble myself. I'm supposed to turn the other cheek. You know what I mean? And so anything that is of me, I'm turning the other cheek. Anything is of God is what I'm just falling through on. You know what I mean? Because he said like you can't come fooling the people. In God we trust. You're fighting us with a spiritual battle, or we not supposed to fight back. You know what I mean? Right? So I think that's what God did too, right? God kind of wait until they crossed over into the supernatural, because they didn't believe me when it came to my mental illness, right? Oh, sorry, I won't call it mental illness. They didn't believe me about my psyche, my spirit. You know what I mean? Because man is made up of body, soul, and spirit. Okay, so my soul, which connects to my heart and lung, my pineal gland, and my mind. Right? So they're out here playing with my mind, which is of God, my relationship with God. So God like, hold up for a second, right? Let's just wait. You know what I'm saying? Joel, don't get mad. Don't kill yourself. Don't run to Trinidad. Don't run. Stay right where you at. They're gonna cross over, and I'm gonna come, and I will make my appearance. And that's what it did. Right? I want to curse, man. They fucked up. In the bottom line, they fucked up. I know the whole world is in a pandemic. I know we're going into elections. I know upon that now, from everybody that participated in this torturing me, even the motorcycle that just passed by, every 3 days, an arm, for putting this in my arm here, an arm. Somebody gonna lose an arm, and somebody's gonna lose a life every 3 days.